Hello, dear friends, and a very warm welcome to our story time. We are so happy that you are here with us today, ready to listen, imagine, and learn through a beautiful story. Today's story is called The Tortoise and the Scorpion. This story will help us understand important ideas like trust, kindness, and how our actions can affect not only others, but ourselves too. It also reminds us that fear can sometimes make us act in ways we later regret, and that learning from our mistakes is how we grow. So find a comfortable place to sit or lie down. Relax your mind and listen carefully. Let your imagination take you into a quiet forest beside a flowing river where an important lesson is waiting to be discovered. Now, let's begin our story. On the edge of a wide, green forest, where tall trees whispered in the wind and sunlight filtered softly through the leaves, lived a calm and thoughtful tortoise. His name was Catch. Everyone in the forest knew him well, not because he was fast or loud, but because he was patient, gentle, and wise. Tortoise was old and strong, marked with deep lines that showed he had lived through many seasons, heavy rains, dry summers, and long winters. He moved slowly, but his mind was always peaceful. Whenever animals argued or felt worried, they often remembered Catch's words. Slow thinking leads to strong decisions. He believed that no problem was too big if faced with calm and kindness. Not far away, on the other side of the forest, lived a very different creature. Under a pile of dry rocks, where the ground was warm and shadowy, lived a scorpion named Bee. He was small, sharp-minded, and very quick to anger. His tail curved high, always ready to sting. Other animals feared him, not because he was cruel, but because he reacted too quickly and rarely thought before acting. Biku lived alone. Birds avoided his rocks. Small animals ran away when they saw him, though he often told himself he didn't care. Deep inside, he felt lonely, but fear ruled him, and fear made his temper sharp. Though Quechua and Biku lived in the same forest, they had never spoken. Their paths were different, and their natures were opposite. Near the river, half submerged in cool water, rested Kachwa, the tortoise. He looked peaceful, as if the drought did not trouble him at all. Bhikkhu hesitated. Will he even talk to me? He wondered. Everyone knows I'm dangerous. But fear pushed him forward. Slowly, nervously, Bhikkhu crawled closer. Catch, he called softly. The tortoise lifted his head and looked at him calmly. Yes, he replied. I need your help, Bhikkhu said, forcing his voice to stay steady. I must cross the river, or I will not survive. Kashwa studied him quietly. I know who you are, Bhikkhu, he said gently. Many animals fear your sting. Bhikkhu lowered his head in shame. I know. I have made many mistakes, but today I promise I will not harm you. Please help me. Quechua said nothing for a long moment. He knew helping a scorpion was risky. He also knew leaving anyone to suffer felt wrong. If I help you, Quechua said slowly, you must promise not to sting me. I promise, Bhikkhu said quickly. If I sting you, we will both drown. After careful thought, Kawa nodded. Climb onto my shell, he said. Bhikkhu climbed carefully, gripping tightly. Quechua entered the water and began swimming across the river. His movements were slow but steady. The river was calm. Sunlight sparkled on the surface. Birds flew quietly overhead. For a moment, everything felt peaceful.
But halfway across, fear crept into Bhikkhu's mind. What if Quechua drops me? He thought. What if he changes his mind? His heart raced. His body reacted before his mind could stop it. Suddenly Sting Quechua cried out in pain. Why? He asked, shocked and hurt. Why did you sting me? I couldn't help it, Bhikkhu said sadly. It's my nature. Quechua felt his strength fading, but he refused to give up. Using all his power, he pushed forward and reached the shore. He collapsed onto the ground, breathing slowly. Bhikkhu jumped off, shaking with fear and shame. You saved me, Bhikkhu whispered. Even after I hurt you. Quechua opened his eyes slowly. Kindness does not disappear because of pain, he said, but trust must be earned. Days passed. Quechua recovered slowly. Bhikkhu stayed nearby, guarding him, bringing food, and learning patience. When Quechua finally stood again, he smiled. People can change, he said, but only if they choose to. From that day on, Bhikkhu chose kindness, and the forest never forgot their story.
That was the story of the tortoise and the scorpion. A tale that teaches us a very important lesson. It reminds us that kindness is powerful, patience is strength, and every choice we make has a result. Sometimes, like the scorpion, fear can take control of us. When that happens, we may hurt others or ourselves without meaning to. But this story also shows us that learning from our mistakes can help us change for the better. The tortoise teaches us to think calmly, act wisely, and help others without anger. True kindness does not disappear when things become difficult. It becomes even stronger. Thank you so much for spending your time with us and listening to this story. We hope it made you think, feel, and imagine. More interesting, meaningful, and magical stories are coming very soon. So stay with us, keep listening, and keep learning through stories. Subscribe to our channel and like our videos if you enjoy them. Until next time, be kind, be thoughtful, and take care.